Okay guys, today I have the kings and queens of basically the smartphone world, and I want to do a camera comparisons against this. So just to show you here, I've got an S23 Ultra, we've also got the Pixel 7 Pro, even though we do have the 8 Pro coming in a couple of weeks time, but we've also got here the iPhone 14 Pro Max from last year, and of course the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. And today I just want to check out what the cameras are like in different scenarios, and the first thing we're actually going to test out is zoom capability, and also we're going to check out some of the portrait photos too. So let's have a look at that, and we're going to look at photos, and we're also going to do a bit of video recording. So first of all, starting out then with the S23 Ultra, as we can see here, we have a 0.6, and then this is zooming up to 1, 2, 3, 5, and a 10 times zoom. And then now let's switch over to the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's have a look again. So this is a 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. And now let's have a look then at the 14 Pro Max. So 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then a 10 times zoom. And then finally, let's have a look at the new iPhone 15 Pro Max at 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. And let's have a look then at a comparison then of all of them together. So this is at 0.5, and you can see here the differences between them. They're quite close. And then going up to 1 here. Now this is what your main source of shooter here. Which one do you think is the best out of these ones here? I definitely do like the look of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's have a look at the 2. Again, I'm personally favoring the iPhone 15 Pro Max in my opinion. Maybe it's at 24 megapixels it's taking at. Here at 2 times. Now at 3 times. Now obviously some of these cameras are now doing a digital zoom, obviously. Now a 5 times, and all of them are doing a digital zoom, all apart from the actual Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then finally, let's now go up to a 10 times zoom, and we're all doing digital zooms here, apart from obviously the S23 Ultra as a dedicated 10 times zoom capability. So next of all, let's have a look at some selfie pictures, starting with the S23 Ultra. And then here we now have the Pixel 7 Pro. Then the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And then finally the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then here we go. This is all of them compared together. Now for me, I'm in favor of probably the Pixel 7 Pro because it's more natural. But close is the 14 Pro Max and the 15 Pro Max in my opinion here on the selfie camera. But that's just my own personal opinion, how I like it, how it looks. Right, next of all, let's now do some video zooming and see how well that tests. So let's start this zoom test then. And first of all, we're starting this out on the Pixel 7 Pro. So at 0.5 here, let's see if we can increase to a 1 time zoom. Then we're going to go up to a 2 time zoom. Then we're going all the way up to the 5 time zoom here. So we can see then the different cameras actually come in. And let's see if we can pinch in any further, all the way up to a 20 times zoom here on taking videos on the Pixel 7 Pro. So now we're actually on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and we've got some background noise and things, but let's see then we can zoom up there. So we can actually zoom all the way up to 2 times, but then we actually have to stop the recording. Now actually go to a 1 time zoom, or basically the wide camera, and then we can start increasing again the zoom capability up, but we can only go up to a 10 times zoom, and then we have to stop the recording again. And as you can see now, we're actually flicked over to the 10 times zoom, and then we can actually increase video all the way up to 20 times zoom here on the 10 times zoom camera taking a video. Now on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and as I have mentioned already, we are recording here at 4K. So we're going 4K, 60 frames per second, so let's start zooming in. And we can keep going up to 1.5 zoom, and again we have to stop the video, switch over to the wide zoom at 1x zoom, and then we can start to increase up again, and we can actually go up to a 6x zoom, and then the video has to be stopped again. Then we can start it again, and we're now on the telephoto, and we can actually go all the way up to a 9x zoom this time, as you can see right here. So that's how clear an iPhone 14 Pro Max is. So now we're on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We're at 0.5 zoom, and let's see how far we can go with them with 4K 60 frames per second. So now we're up to 1x zoom, and we can keep going. We're actually up to 2x zoom now. We didn't have to stop the video again. Apple made some big improvements here, and we can keep on going actually. We're now at 5x zoom, and we're still going here. Let's keep going. And now we are at 10x zoom, and we can keep going. And let's keep going again, and we can actually go all the way up to 15x zoom without actually having to stop the video. So that is really, really impressive indeed. So that was quite interesting to see the zoom there, and also those selfie portrait photos and how well they actually came out. The thing that actually got me the most was definitely that the Pixel 7 Pro and the 15 Pro Max, that you can zoom right in without having to stop the footage and start it again. That is definitely a big thing to have, because there's been many scenarios where I've been recording a video, I want to zoom right in, and then I can't. I actually have to stop the footage, start it again, and then basically go in further. But then the second I want to pull back out again, guess what I have to do again? Stop the footage, and then I have to start again on a different kind of lens. But I'm glad that basically Apple have basically corrected that over, say, the iPhone 14 Pro Max this year. I really like that. And also I love the idea that the Pixel can do that. But I'm hoping that next year, maybe with the Galaxy S24, they may introduce this too, because it just makes a lot of sense that the cameras can just swap over as you're recording video. And with that, let's now move on to the next part. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually do some nighttime photography, but we're also going to do some macro shots, and then also we're going to do some portrait shots on the rear shooters of the back of these cameras, because they bring out some stunning photos. So let's check them out now. So first of all, let's have a look at some portrait shots here. So here we have with the S23 Ultra, the rear camera portrait. Then moving now onto the Pixel 7 Pro. And then after this, then we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And then finally, we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max 2. And now let's have a look then at the comparison of all of them together. So in my opinion, I'm in big favor, I have to say, of the 15 Pro Max and the Pixel 7 Pro. I do really like them. And let's now move on then to macros. So first of all, let's have a look here. So we've got the S23 Ultra, Pixel 7 Pro. Then after that, we've got the 14 Pro Max. Then the 15 Pro Max. And then here are all of them together. They do pop out quite well here, especially on the S23 Ultra, but the other ones look more natural in my opinion. What are your thoughts? And now let's move over to some nighttime photography. So starting out then with the S23 Ultra, this is a 1x zoom. Then I've done a 5x zoom. And then after that, we've got the Pixel 7 at a 1x zoom, 5x zoom, the 14 Pro Max at a 1x zoom, then a 5x zoom, and then after that, we've got the 15 Pro Max 1x zoom, 5x zoom, and then here's all of those pictures together at 1x zoom. I do think that the 15 Pro Max is looking outstanding here, I honestly got to say. And then having a look here at the 5x zoom of all of them together. Same thing again, I've got to say, full credit to the 15 Pro Max. Then finally, let's have a look at some selfie shots in the dark. So starting with the S23 Ultra, then the Pixel 7 Pro, then the 14 Pro Max, and then finally the 15 Pro Max. And here they are all together. Which one do you think represents the best kind of selfie effect at night? I'm in favour. I do actually like the Pixel effect and also the S23 actually on this one over the iPhone in my honest opinion. But what are your thoughts? And there we have it, folks. That is the full comparison then of all the photos and videos taken on both these phones. I think every single phone here has its strengths, has its weaknesses, and as you've seen here, in my honest opinion, I think the 15 Pro Max as an all-rounder is definitely the best phone. And that's just my honest opinion here. And I would say very, very close to that is definitely the Galaxy S23 Ultra, then the Pixel 7 Pro, and I'll be honest with you, I am really looking forward to the 8 Pro, what comes out in literally in a matter of weeks at the time of making this video. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Google have done with the 8 for this year. And I'll probably make a very similar video to what I've made today. So make sure if you haven't done so already to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell to see that video. But I'd love to know your thoughts as well. Which camera's photos did you like the most? Which one do you think did the best at video recording and different types of sort of portrait, macro, zoom and all that? Leave it down in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, like I say, make sure you like the video. And also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye.